Grow wise with me. Grow wise with me so that your vocabulary keeps you always young. And this is the reading material that I'm providing you today. Every time, every month, we have one class which is prescribed specially for the reading section. And as students always demand which book to read, what should I go for this time scenario, I'm covering the void. I'm covering this gap and giving you a vistas of list of books along arena with you. Yes, so concentrate on your reading because as Francis Bacon said, reading makes a complete man. Some books are to be digested, some books to be swallowed, some books to be eaten, and some books to be, yes, to be read. And these are the list of those books which you have not only to be digested, swallowed, eaten, and wonderfully taken for granted. I expect that this reading section will be done thoroughly by you. The reading section, before I start with, as usual, I ask you again, please students, do a lot of reading. Since you have enough time, do 5 pages of reading every day. I prefer read whatever is interesting, which captures your mind, which grasps you. And no mugging, slowly, gradually, consistently read fiction, read novels, read what attracts you, which captures your mind, grasping power it has. If you find newspaper very boring and dead, no problem. Read this novel. These novels are specially meant for those who are very, if I would say, strong in their reading and can read very quickly. So for them, very important novel. Jane Austen is a Victorian novelist. She has written 5 to 6 novels in her scenario, in her lifetime, and this is one of them, Northanger Abbey. This is by Jane Austen. This is Jane Austen's list of novels is Pride and Prejudice. She has also written Emma. Her first novel, Sense and Sensibility. Her next novel was Persuasion, and the other novel, Sanditon. This is a long list of the novels of Jane Austen, who had 2 inches of ivory all around, and the novels always based on the theme of wonderful themes, love and marriage. Persuasions as written, and Animal Farm. I would suggest every one of you to go for Animal Farm because it's a wonderful allegory. What happens in allegory is the names of the characters are changed, and this is fictitious names are given. We have Snowball, we have Napoleon, we have Boxer, we have Old Major, and this is based on the Russian Revolution, the Glorious Revolution. There are various other revolutions which took place, and it covers the gap. It tells you, explains you in such a wonderful way. All animals are equal, but some are more than equal. This is what paradox is. Why you are not able to understand literary devices? The reason being very simple, because develop a taste for literature, and this literature will take you towards literary devices too. You won't feel any problem. It will be child's play for you. Taking up the short story section. These are wonderful short stories which I would prescribe you to read. That is Mother by Thomas's Mom, wonderful read. A jealous and possessive mother, La Chachira. When her son, Curoto, wonderful, handsome Odlesian, a Spanish person, loaded with vocabulary. You want to know what vocabulary is? Read what vocabulary is. This will open new knowledge vistas for you, right? So you will get so many new words for, even I understood porter I used to carry for somebody who carries the luggage. They are called in Spain galligos, right? So you learn Spanish along with this. It's about the story, wonderful story about Spain, a handsome youth Curoto. What happens with him? Why his beloved is murdered by his own mother. I don't want to break the suspense, you read it. A Cup of Tea, Catherine Mansfield. Women have been jealous. Yes, being a woman, I'm saying this. They have the green eye. They are very jealous beings. And A Cup of Tea explores the inner recesses of human mind. It tells you where women lie. It tells you about the jealousy, which is very much an important trait in every woman. A lady, Rosemary Fell, she's beautiful, pretty, and she gets a pickup, that is a beggar girl, Miss Smith. She brings her home. She wants to be her mother. She wants to be her sister. And just the 3 words, Are you, she's very pretty. This word just changes the life of somebody. Yes, how? Read the story. Karma, as you do, so shall you reap. Rightly said, because this is an Anglophile, that is Sir Mohanlal, who lives a tick-taboo life, who lives the life of a Britisher, being an Indian. 650 years old, 45 years in India, 5 years in England, but those cherishable moments of England still capture his mind, and he longs to be in England. But being in India, he deserves, because he hates Indians, the dirty Indians, the soiled, sordid details of Indian people, what he talks about. You find personification, you find paradox, you find anticlimax. The story has all of them. Read them. And how in the end his own wife Lakshmi, yes Lakshmi, spat on him, and he deserves this really. And the last and not the least is the essays. Essays are always new horizons for you. You know, it is said essay is a loose sally of the mind, irregular indigested piece, not a regular and orderly performance. It's an essay which is comprehensive. It's an essay which is loaded with words and words. The New Cat by Robert Litt. Robert Litt has written one of the famous essays also I would ask you to read, that is Forgetting. Do we forget? And if you forget, what happens? Because forgetting is something which is eccentric. You've never heard of. If you forget, you are a scholar, you're a genius, you're eccentric. You are somebody who is cogent, scintillating, erudite learner. You believe it? No? Read it. New Cat tells us about the cat and how, you know, the person takes revenge because he goes to his friend's house and there he finds his friend is so busy with the cat that he does not pay attention. Cats are enemies of conversation. Are they? Read it. You'll find it. A Night Among the Pines takes you to the, grab of nature. Nature lovers would really enjoy this essay. Of Studies is Francis Bacon, and Francis Bacon is an evergreen, that coniferous tree, the tree which never becomes old, never stale. Once read this, you'll forget any vocabulary. He was called an encyclopedia, a person who is loaded with knowledge. On books, every student should read what are the uses of books. You must use books to throw on people. You must use books to make furniture. You must use books for work baskets or cigarette boxes. Is this the use? No. You will understand what satire is by reading this essay. And you talk of the tone of the passage. Yes, the tone is satirical. The tone is ironical. Wonderful essay again by Royal Stevenson, Beggars, and last but not the least, Charles Dickens, who is called the Prince of Personal Essays. He has written the famous essay, Dream Children. It is a reverie, it's a remembrance, it is recollection of the past. He never married, he was a bachelor all his life. He wrote under the pen name of Elia. Elia was a pseudonym, and he had a mad sister, Mary Bridget. For her, he sacrificed his life. He loved a lady and he always thought that he would have children, but he never married, never had children. But in his dreams, what he thought of his children, and how do the children go in the Lethe, the river of forgetfulness or oblivious state. I have given you that much which will attract you and pull you towards the story, towards the essay, towards a novel. And I have done my role of an educator, a mentor role, so that you are promoted, you are diverted, captivated, and more pulled towards reading. Yes, students, reading, because this will add a feather in your cap. Right? I hope you would read this, enjoy reading, and tell me what did you learn from that, where do you get problem, where do you get stuck, because I am always there with you. Right? Please do like and subscribe our channel, and do give us our feedback which we await for. Yes? Thank you for today.